We have speed. Welcome to this edition of Newswatch. I'm Autumn Cole.
And I'm Craig McElwee.
The Jessamine Journal reports that Jessamine County Public Schools have seen a slight drop from 1.2% in the rate of college-bound graduating seniors from 2010 to 2011. According to the report, 61% of graduating high school seniors in 2011 enrolled in a college or university, compared to 62.2% in 2010. Jessamine County graduates mostly stayed in Kentucky, with 7% attending schools in other states. The students who stayed in the Kentucky enrolled in schools such as Asbury University, University of Kentucky, and the University of Louisville.
Issues with the parking situation on Asbury's campus have triggered questions about parking permits. Parking in the underclassmen lot has become increasingly difficult as more and more freshmen bring cars to school. Assistant of Security and Vehicle Parking, Tracy Osborne, says there are over 700 issued permits for only 600 spots. Somehow, the student body seems to be working around the problem. Asbury Director of Security, Jerry Marshall, says Asbury appears to have enough spaces despite those numbers. Discussions are underway to reallocate the space effectively. Unofficially, some sophomores who are close to having junior status have been issued upperclassmen parking permits to free up space in the underclassmen lot.
In other news, at least 6 people are dead after strong winds and tornadoes hit the Midwest on Sunday. CNN's Andrew Spencer reports dozens of homes throughout the region were destroyed.
This town of about 10,000 people was among the hardest hit as the storms ripped through Washington, Illinois.
A lot of people have a pile of rubble still, and I don't have anything. My whole...
An SEC television legend has died. Joe Dean Sr. died Sunday at the age of 83. Dean was a former LSU basketball player and the second person in school history to hit the 1,000-point mark, but he's best remembered for Saturday afternoon telecasts of SEC basketball games that were syndicated to television throughout the South during the 1970s. His most famous phrase was for a jump shot that was hit nothing but net. He called it string music, and it became Dean's personal calling card. In 2007, the Birmingham News chose Dean as the 18th most influential person in the history of the SEC.
As Thanksgiving draws near, this is a busy time for charitable organizations. Jake Slaughter reports on how one local charity is preparing to help out those in need.
The Jessamine County Food Pantry, a Nicholasville-based charity, collects food donations and hands out packaged meals on the third Thursday of every month. The organization operates out of the basement of Nicholasville Christian Church.
And the holidays mean travel for millions of Americans who will be crowding highways and airports in the coming weeks. CNN's Karen Kaifa has some tips to keep you moving.
Full flights, plus not so frequent flyers, plus unpredictable weather. It can be a stressful equation for holiday travelers.
It is a pretty tight window that we're talking about here for travel around Thanksgiving, and so everybody's...
A local singing group has been selected for a chance at national fame. The Acousticats, a University of Kentucky a cappella group, will be featured on the next season of NBC's The Sing-Off. The reality show will showcase 10 a cappella groups as they compete for a $100,000 grand prize. The show begins December 9th and will continue until the finale on December 23rd.
Congratulations to the women's volleyball team after winning the KIAC conference tournament. The Lady Eagles beat Indiana University Southeast last weekend, and they will now move on to the opening round of the NAIA National Championship, which is set for Saturday in Kansas City. They will face Park University, which is ranked 13th in the nation.
Both the men's and women's swim teams took to the pool this past weekend and came out on top. The Eagle swimmers defeated Milligan College and Campbellsville University. The men improved their record to 4-4, and the women bumped theirs to 2-5. The teams hit the water next in Barberville, Kentucky, as they swim at the Union College Winter Invitational December 6th.
The Asbury women's basketball team completed a 3-game series sweep this past weekend at the Super 8 Classic in Grayson. The record now stands at 5-1 after winning all 3 games against Kentucky Christian University of Cincinnati Claremont and Grace Bible College. The Lady Eagles are practicing hard this week to prepare for their first 2 home games of the season, this weekend against Principia College and Goshen College. The team will face tougher opponents like Center College and Brusha University later in the season.
The men's basketball team has also had a great start to the season. This past weekend against Virginia Intermont College, the starters led the way, totaling 71 of the team's 80 points on Saturday afternoon. Despite getting just 9 points off the bench, Asbury, now 3-1, was led by a 3-man tandem of seniors, Cam Richardson with 23 points and Lee Vaughn Morris and CJ Penny, each with 15. The trio accumulated 53 points, 21 rebounds, 9 assists, and 6 steals. The Eagles return home after 21 days on the road to face Virginia University of Lynchburg on Saturday. The game will be part of a doubleheader that features both men and women here in the Luce Center. That will do it for sports, and for us this morning, I'm Autumn Cole.
Thanks, Autumn. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Newswatch. Be sure to tune in next week. What is words?